His critics, however, have suggested that any advisor possessed of wisdom but not of gold had been summarily ousted by Pelagius. This may have led to some of the troubles his son Antiochus faced when he in turn became emperor. Antiochus was certainly one of the more flamboyant members of the usually austere Septim family. He had numerous mistresses and nearly as many wives, and was renowned for the grandeur of his dress and his high good humor. Unfortunately, his reign was rife with civil war, surpassing even that of his grandfather Uriel II. The War of the Isle in 3rd Era 110, 12 years after Antiochus assumed the throne, nearly took the province of Somerset Isle away from Tamriel. The united alliance of the kings of Somerset and Antiochus only managed to defeat King Orgum of the island kingdom of Pyandonia due to a freak storm. Legend credits the Sigic order of the Isle of Artaeum with the sorcery behind the tempest. The story of Kintyre II, heiress to her father Antiochus' throne, is certainly one of the saddest tales in imperial history. Her first cousin Uriel, son of Queen Potema of Solitude, accused Kintyre of being a bastard, alluding to the infamous decadence of the imperial city during her father's reign. When this accusation failed to stop her coronation, Uriel bought the support of several disgruntled kings of High Rock, Skyrim, and Morrowind, and with Queen Potema's assistance he coordinated 3 attacks on the Septim Empire. The first attack occurred in the Iliac Bay region, which separates High Rock and Hammerfell. Kintyre's entourage was massacred and the empress taken captive. For 2 years, Kintyre II languished in an imperial prison believed to be somewhere in Glenpoint or Glenmoral, before she was slain in her cell under mysterious circumstances. The second attack was on a series of imperial garrisons along the coastal Morrowind Islands. The empress's consort, Contin Aronix, fell defending the forts. The third and final attack was a siege of the imperial city itself, occurring after the Elder Council had split up the army to attack western High Rock and eastern Morrowind. The weakened government had little defense against Uriel's determined aggression and capitulated after only a fortnight of resistance. Uriel took the throne that same evening and proclaimed himself Uriel III, Emperor of Tamriel. The year was the 3rd Era 121. Thus began the War of the Red Diamond, described in Volume 2 of this series. Alright. And let's go on to a brief history of the Empire V2. I'm just going to write that down here real quick. Brief history of the Empire Part 2 by Stronach Cathage III, Imperial Historian. Volume 1 of this series described in brief the lives of the first 8 emperors of the Septim dynasty, beginning with the glorious Tiber Septim and ending with his great-great-great-great-grandniece Kintyre II. Kintyre's murder in Glenpoint while in captivity is considered by some to be the end of the pure strain of Septim blood in the imperial family. Certainly it marks the end of something significant. Uriel III not only proclaimed himself Emperor of Tamriel, but also Uriel Septim III, taking the eminent surname as a title. In truth, his surname was Mantiarcho from his father's line. In time, Uriel III was deposed and his crimes reviled, but the tradition of taking the name Septim as a title for the Emperor of Tamriel did not die with him. For 6 years, the War of the Red Diamond, which takes its name from the Septim family's famous badge, tore the empire apart. The combatants were the 3 surviving children of Pelagius II, Potema, Sepphoris, and Magnus, and their various offspring. Potema, of course, supported her son Uriel III, and had the combined support of all of Skyrim and northern Morrowind. With the efforts of Sepphoris and Magnus, however, the province of High Rock turned coat. The provinces of Hammerfell, Somerset Isle, Valenwood, Elsewhere, and Blackmarsh were divided in their loyalty, but most kings supported Sepphoris and Magnus. In 3rd Era 127, Uriel III was captured at the Battle of Ichadag in Hammerfell. En route to his trial in the imperial city, a mob overtook his prisoner's carriage and burnt him alive within it. His captor and uncle continued on to the imperial city, and by common acclaim was proclaimed Sepphoris I, Emperor of Tamriel. Sepphoris's reign was marked by nothing but war. By all accounts, he was a kind and intelligent man, but what Tamriel needed was a great warrior, and he, fortunately, was that. It took an additional 10 years of constant warfare for him to defeat his sister Potema, the so-called Wolf Queen of Solitude, who died in the siege of her city-state in the year 137. Sepphoris survived his sister by only 3 years. He never had time during the war years to marry, so it was his brother, the 4th child of Pelagius II, who assumed the throne. The Emperor Magnus was already elderly when he took up the imperial diadem, and the business of punishing the traitorous kings of the War of the Red Diamond drained much of his remaining strength. Legend accuses Magnus' son and heir, Pelagius III, of patricide, but that seems highly unlikely, for no other reason than that Pelagius was king of Solitude following the death of Potema, and seldom visited the imperial city. Pelagius III, sometimes called Pelagius the Mad, was proclaimed emperor in the 145th year of the Third Era. Almost from the start, his eccentricities of behavior were noted at court. He embarrassed dignities, offended his vassal kings, and on one occasion marked the end of an imperial grand ball by attempting to hang himself. His long-suffered wife was finally awarded the regency of Tamriel, and Pelagius III was sent to a series of healing institutions and asylums until his death in the Third Era 153, at the age of 34. The Empress Regent of Tamriel was proclaimed Empress Catariah I upon the death of her husband. Some who do not mark the end of the Septim bloodline with the death of Kintire II consider the ascendancy of this dark elf woman the true mark of its decline. Her defenders, on the other hand, assert that though Catariah was not descended from Tiber, the son she had with Pelagius was, so the imperial chain did continue. Despite racist assertions to the contrary, Catariah's 46-year reign was one of the most celebrated in Tamriel's history. Uncomfortable in the imperial city, Catariah traveled extensively throughout the empire, such as no emperor ever had since Tiber's day. She repaired much of the damage that previous emperors' broken alliances and bungled diplomacy created. The people of Tamriel came to love their empress far more than the nobility did. Catariah's death in a minor skirmish in Black Marsh is a favorite subject of conspiracy-minded historians. The sage Montalius's discovery, for instance, of a disenfranchised branch of the Septim family and their involvement with the skirmish was a revelation indeed. When Cassander assumed the throne upon the death of his mother, he was already middle-aged. Only half-elven, he aged like a Breton. In fact, he had left the rule of Wayrest to his half-brother, Uriel, due to poor health. Nevertheless, as the only true blood relation of Pelagius, and thus Tiber, he was pressed into accepting the throne. To no one's surprise, the Emperor Cassander's reign did not last long. In 2 years, he joined his predecessors in eternal slumber. Uriel Lariat, Cassander's half-brother and the child of Catariah I and her imperial consort Galavir Lariat, after the death of Pelagius III, left the kingdom of Wayrest to reign as Uriel IV. Legally, Uriel IV was a septim. Cassander had adopted him into the royal family when he had become king of Wayrest. Nevertheless, to the council and the people of Tamriel, he was a bastard child of Catariah. Uriel did not possess the dynamism of his brother, and his long 43-year reign was a hotbed of sedition. Uriel IV's story is told in the 3rd volume of this series, which presumably we will collect somewhere throughout our playthrough. So, one more book over here. Let's see. The Book of the Dragonborn. By Prior Emmeline Madrine, Order of Talos, Wayne and Priory, year 360 of the Third Era, 21st of the reign of His Majesty Pelagius IV. Many people have heard the term Dragonborn. We are of course ruled by the Dragonborn Emperors, but the true meaning of the term is not commonly understood. For those of us in the Order of Talos, this is a subject near and dear to our hearts, and in this book I will attempt to illuminate the history and significance of those known as Dragonborn, down through the ages. Most scholars agree that the term was first used in connection with the Covenant of Akatosh, when the blessed Saint Alessia was given the Amulet of Kings and the dragonfires in the Temple of the One were first lit. Akatosh, looking with pity upon the plight of men, drew precious blood from his own heart and blessed Saint Alessia with this blood of dragons, and made a covenant that so long as Alessia's generations were true to the dragon blood, Akatosh would endeavor to seal tight the gates of oblivion, and to deny the armies of Daedra and undead to their enemies, the Daedra-loving Aelids. Those blessed by Akatosh with the dragon blood became known more simply as Dragonborn. The connection with the rulers of the Empire was thus there from the beginning. Only those of the dragon blood were able to wear the Amulet of Kings and light the dragon fires. All the legitimate rulers of the Empire have been Dragonborn. The emperors and empresses of the First Cyrodiilic Empire founded by Alessia, Riemann Cyrodiil and his heirs, and of course Tiber Septim and his heirs, down to our current emperor, His Majesty Pelagius Septim IV. Because of this connection with the emperors, however, the other significance of the Dragonborn has been obscured and largely forgotten by all but scholars and those of us dedicated to the service of the Blessed Talos. Who was Tiber Septim? Very few realize that being Dragonborn is not a simple matter of heredity. Being the blessing of Akatosh himself, it is beyond our understanding exactly how and why it is bestowed. Those who become emperor and light the dragonfires are surely Dragonborn. The proof is in the wearing of the amulet and the lighting of the fires. But were they Dragonborn and thus able to do these things, or was the doing the sign of the blessing of Akatosh descending upon them? All that we can say is that it is both and neither, a divine mystery. The line of Septims have all been Dragonborn, of course, which is one reason the simplistic notion of it being hereditary has become so commonplace. But we know for certain that the early Cyrodiilic rulers were not all related. There is also no evidence that Riemann Cyrodiil was descended from Alessia, although there are many legends that would make it so, most of them dating from the time of Riemann and likely attempts to legitimize his rule. We know that the Blades, usually thought of as the Emperor's bodyguards, originated in Akaviri Crusaders, who invaded Tamriel for obscure reasons in the late First Era. They appear to have been searching for a Dragonborn. The events at Pale Pass bear this out, and the Akaviri were the first to proclaim Riemann Cyrodiil as Dragonborn. In fact, it was the Akaviri who did the most to promote his standing as Emperor, although Riemann himself never took that title in his lifetime. And of course, there is no known hereditary connection between Tiber Septim and any of the previous Dragonborn rulers of Tamriel. Whether there can be more than one Dragonborn at any time is another mystery. The emperors have done their best to dismiss this notion, but of course the imperial succession itself means that at the very least there are two or more potential Dragonborn at any time, the current ruler and his or her heirs. The history of the Blades also hints at this, although little is known of their activities between the interregnum between Riemann's empire and the rise of Tiber Septim. Many believe that the Blades continued to search out and guard those they believed were, or might be, Dragonborn during this time. Lastly, we come to the question of the true meaning of being Dragonborn. The connection with dragons is so obvious that it has almost been forgotten. In these days when dragons are a distant memory, we forget that in the early days being Dragonborn meant having the dragon blood. Some scholars believe that was meant quite literally, although the exact significance is not known. The Nords tell tales of Dragonborn heroes who were great dragon slayers, able to steal the powers of the dragons they killed. Indeed, it is well known that the Akaviri sought out and killed many dragons during their invasion, and there is some evidence that this continued after they became Riemann Cyrodiil's Dragon Guard, again the connection to dragons, the direct predecessor to the Blades of today. I leave you with what is known as the prophecy of the Dragonborn. It often said that to originate in an Elder Scroll, although it is sometimes also attributed to the ancient Akaviri. Many have attempted to decipher it, and many have also believed that its omens have been fulfilled and that the advent of the last Dragonborn was at hand. I make no claims as an interpreter of prophecy, but it does suggest that the true significance of Akatosh's gift to mortal kind has yet to be fully understood. When misrule takes its place at the eight corners of the world, when the brass tower walks and time is reshaped, when the thrice blessed fail and the red tower trembles, when the Dragonborn ruler loses his throne and the white tower falls, when the snow tower lies sundered, kingless and bleeding, the world eater wakes and the wheel turns upon the last Dragonborn. Whew! Alright, what a load of reading. My god. Okay, I think that's it for this room. Let's continue forth. First, upgrade the lockpick in. Yeah! Up a level. Is there anything down here? No. We got another door here. Looks like there might be some gold at the bottom. Bone meal and septums. Well, let's use... Oh, let's discover these effects, shall we? Damage stamina. Restore magicka. Resist frost. Resist poison. And weakness to magic. Ow. God damn it. Why are they dead?
This way. Come on, hurry up.
Orders are to wait until General Tullius arrives.
I'm not waiting to be killed by a dragon. We need to fall back. Make us alive.
Death. Bitch. Give me your arrows while you're at it. Alright, let's do some shooting, shall we? Yeah. Get him. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna favorite these.
Comes through here. guide the both of you.
Thanks, lady. Just gonna double check. See if I'm not. Just make sure I'm not missing anything in this little cave here. I think it's mostly just corpses of the Imperials lying around. How much can I carry? Okay, I got 300. That's quite a bit. I should take all the other weapons so that I can sell them. It's probably a smart thing for me to do. Get some gold early on.
Let's see where this goes.
Are you scared to go ahead? Come on.
No going back that way now.
Damn it.
Push on. The rest of them will have to find another way out.
Ooh, what's up here? Anything? Oh, there's a skeleton. Oh, and we got a sword, potion, some septums, and some more septums. Look at that. See, it pays to explore, you know. You know what? I do like the long swords. This is from a mod, by the way. I am going to include my list of mods in the description for this video, so if you want to find out what that is, just look down below. I'll have everything listed down there. I can't remember the name of the mod author, but or like what exactly the mods are called, but yeah, I'll have it listed in the description, so don't worry about it.
That doesn't go anywhere. Guess we'd better try this way.
Alright, Ralof, lead the way. I like your bow. I guess I'll lead the way then. Oh, I have a shield. What am I doing? Right. Oh boy. Oh, that's a big mama. Oh, damn it. Come on, man. I was about to...
Too many eyes, you know?
Yeah. I get it. Ooh, desiccated corpse. Is there anything up here? I don't think so. Nope, doesn't look like it. Ooh, you can search the web sacks. Okay, cool. Oh, we got a potion. And another potion. And a mace. And some egg sacs. Coolio. Just gonna save really quickly here.
Come on, hurry up.
It's in the waterfall. Nothing? That's bullshit. It's over here. Another skeleton. But, wait, this one has a dagger. Ooh, and another potion. What's up here, eh? Nothing? Damn. Okay.
Hold up. There's a bear just ahead. See her?
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather not tangle with her right now. Let's try to sneak by. Just take it nice and slow. And watch where you step.
Okay.
Or if you're feeling lucky, you can take this bow. Might take her by surprise. Go ahead. I'll follow your lead and watch your back.
I'll take your advice and sneak around. Oh, fuck. Okay, that was close.
Almost there. Phew. That was close.
Alright, we did it. You know what? I'm having second thoughts, though. I think this bear's had too easy of a life, you know? So, come at me, bear. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Now, what were you hiding over here, huh? Wait, where'd my arrow go? Shot an arrow and it missed. I don't see it around here anywhere. Maybe it just vanished. That's okay. You just sitting on a pile of bones? Is there anything over here that I can take? Maybe not. What about up here? Nothing? Wow. Alright. Well, let's keep on going.
That looks like the way out. I knew we'd make it.
Hell yeah.
Wait!
Here it goes.
There he goes. Looks like he's gone for good this time. No way to know if anyone else is out alive. But this place is going to be swarming with him. Now, better clear out of here. My sister, Gerda, runs the mill in Riverwood, just up the road. Help you out.
Alright.
It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
Alright, man. I'll see you there. Okay. Well, here we are. The big wide open world of Skyrim. So, I know there is an axe around here somewhere that I want to find, because if you don't find it right now, it disappears for the rest of the game. So I'll be right back.